instead of Ben, you'll just have...
Is this Ben?
That's Ben.
It's Ben. Hello everyone and welcome back to our Dark Souls 2 Ring of the Exalted run on New Game Plus 4. When we last left off, I just killed King Vendrick and Exalted, and I'm making the long trek back from the Crypt all the way to Majula to go to the Forest of Fallen Giants.
That's my favorite part of the game.
I love that. That's why I think Dark Souls 2 has a better level design than Dark Souls 3, just for that idea that you have to run all the way back.
You're still doing it. You're talking about Dark Souls 3 when you meet me.
I just fucking hate Dark Souls 3.
What do you think about that, Ben?
If you started screaming, that would be like 10.
Yeah, it would be.
Alright, we're going to keep this one short. We're going to move right along into it. After we beat Dark Souls 2, we're going to go into a Dark Souls 3 Let's Play. And I'm super excited for that. Remember to like, comment, subscribe if you like our videos, because those keep me from fucking enjoying myself. And Sam also likes numbers because he's Jewish.
I love numbers.
Thank you, guys.
It's true what they say about Jews, though. Everything they say about Jews is true. Everything.
Just really hope that the audio doesn't get picked up. It's only like 10.
Yeah, it might be fine, but it is coming out of the speakers, you know.
Well, it's supposed to be like a directional microphone, you know?
Yeah, you know how it is.
If there's like one thing I could ask a Let's Player, I'd be like, how the fuck do you do it? You know, like, there should be like a class on no, there shouldn't be, because that would be fucking cancerous. How to be a Let's Player, college classes.
There is.
Is there really?
Yeah, University of Arizona.
Oh my god.
Phoenix. I think there's one in Texas too as well that teach that.
I remember I saw that there was a class on how to be how to understand memes, like a class about memes. And yeah, I was like, that's no.
Oh wait, this is one of my favorite conversations. I thought that was ballsy for this guy to know so much about death and then lecture me on life. And that's the best part.
He gives you his clothes.
Yeah, it's the most mythical like thing is that you go out into like another world, into another plane, and they give you something to take with you, so you always remember your journey and have proof that you were there. It's part of the whole thing of the path of the hero and like the different mythical quests of a hero.
I never understood how he also has the Ring of Thorns when that's the ring that Pate and Creedon were fighting over, which is it's honestly a shit ring.
I mean, it's not bad. Honestly, there's worse rings you could wear. Case in point. No, I'm just kidding, man.
Well, the ruler sword only gives like 180 plus.
Yeah, I remember we were talking here if you were able to get the most juice possible out of this.
Most juice.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's the one that you require the most money for, right?
True that.
But right. It's good. It's a good sword. I mean, it's not really what I would consider to be endgame, but I did like Dark Souls 2 having like, oh yeah, we have an endgame weapon, but it's not like broken. It's not like, oh yeah, everyone uses this weapon because it's most powerful, like you would see in other games.
Like Dark Souls 3 with the fucking katana.
Yeah, I guess, but
I hate that fucking katana.
Dark Souls is always about like, even when you get a new weapon that's like super powerful, it's powerful because of a mechanic. Even in Dark Souls 3, like we've been saying, the thing that makes that weapon powerful is not that it does a lot of damage. It has a bleed move and it has a long range move. It's basically like the ice rapier.
I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna try and not talk about how much I hate fucking Dark Souls 3. I'm gonna save that for the Let's Play. I've already been thinking about like what I'm gonna say and how I'm gonna say it. Like I've already like started writing a script on like reasons why I fucking hate Dark Souls 3.
And he just writes die. Yeah.
Part 1 doesn't have good backstabs.
Well, how about this? If you think about when you do make a video on it, don't say what the other games do better. Say what you don't like about the game.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that because there's, you know, like everyone can bitch about Dark Souls 2 or everything. I'm just gonna bitch about Dark Souls 3. You know?
Anybody says like anybody can say like, oh, this is what this is what they changed. This is what they did wrong, so on and so forth.
Damn,
but to talk about what in itself, without thinking about any of its contemporaries, what it does bad. Like, these are the things I did not enjoy. That's what a true critique is. That's what a true review is.
I'm really gonna fucking like. I'm gonna like mostly bitch about really slow. We're not gonna do like the whole opening thing for the Dark Souls 3 Let's Play. I really want to try and keep not make it a long play. Maybe do a little bit of cutting like a high schooler who's really depressed.
You're really on a kick today, aren't you?
So, you know what? I didn't bring any alcohol over too, so you know, this is still pretty impressive.
This is Dylan Dry.
Dylan Dry. I get drier than Mojave Desert.
God.
Fuck.
Is he dead?
Oh, my penis.
How would he tell? He doesn't have a face. He just takes it all off.
I like those guys.
I like him too. Never understood why they don't.
Can you? Was it? No, it wasn't kicking. You would if you do like forward move, you would knock their shit out of the way.
Yeah, you would like do a shield push, which is weird because that's not how you would move a shield out of the way.
How would you move a shield out of the way, Mr. Master?
Oh, well, it's either two ways. If you have an open hand on your other hand, you grab it and turn it like a ship's wheel, and that'll wrench their shoulder out of its socket and pull them off their feet. Or you just kick it. The part of the reason kicking works getting shields out of the way in this is that's actually how it works in real life. Is you literally lift up your foot, put it on their shield, and shove off, and it just kind of flies off the side, and you get an opening.
Now this right here, this run back is probably, I mean, it's what sold you for Dark Souls 2 in terms of level design too. Made you really appreciate.
Oh God, it was just the moment where I realized I didn't have any bonfires between here and the rest of the game, and I thought about it. Like in Dark Souls 3, they really talk about the pilgrimage. Like you go on a trip, and it is like an ancient crusade pilgrimage. You go out and you have to go from each stop at each city and so on and so forth. And this is the part where that idea really sunk in, because I went Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3.
Yeah, I did so.
Went back, played Dark Souls 1, went back, played Dark Souls 2. And so when I got back here, I'm just like, I stopped and I thought what I had to do.
What's up, dude? Fuck!
And without saying too much one way or another, I basically had a moment where it basically came in my pants.
I miss when I was watching Oni Plays do Dark Souls 1, and I was just thinking back to Dark Souls 1. I was like, you know what, man? Like, I remember like being stuck inside the Blight Town.
Yeah.
And I was just like thinking, like, damn, like having to walk all the way back to Firelight Shrine. Oh, that's annoying, but that makes you appreciate.
Yeah.
You know, that makes you appreciate fast travel. That makes you appreciate the level. That makes you think about the level.
Yeah.
Like, that's the kind of shit that makes people, like, go out and explore, and find out that it's connected to the Valley of Drakes. It makes them wonder, like, oh, what the fuck does what can the Thief's Key ultimately do? And it unlocks all those doors.
And it opens up the world to you. And
yeah.
that part of the reason I love that, I always love that, is it's like those moments of inconvenience really define a game. Someone, I don't remember who the hell said this, but they said that part of what makes like a game good, I like how you got one for that bonfire, by the way, because I almost completely forgot that was there. But what makes a game good, what makes things good, is with the moments in how you deal with inconvenience. Mm-hmm. And how you deal with like certain like different concepts, because
that's making you think. You know, if it's just brainless like running through shit, you're never gonna really truly remember anything.
Well, even if it's brainless like running through shit, like in Dark Souls 1, there's a lot of running through shit. There's a lot of like moments where you're operating entirely on instinct. But when you're in like a situation where they just give you fast travel right out the gate, like in Skyrim or in this, it's like you arrive at a situation that you're like, it's easy how I get out of this. Mm-hmm. I just teleport.
Yeah.
I use my magic teleport.
Yeah, and that's one thing when I played Fallout or Skyrim or any of those games, I purposely, unless I have been there by walking there, I never fast travel.
Yeah.
Or like in Oblivion, I wouldn't fast travel unless I was on a horse, because then I can be like, oh, okay, that justifies it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Now, I know it's coming right now because, well, I won't say anything just yet, but there's just there's a thing that always happens here.
You know what's I actually wanted to talk about that bonfire just was at. You know that that's like the Nido place there, and that that's how you come back to life when you have no human effigies.
Yeah.
I never when we were playing Dark Souls 2 this whole time, never went up there.
Yeah, I know.
Never went up there, and I was like, shit, I should have gone up there, because I always thought that was really interesting. It was just funny because when I first played Dark Souls 2 and I was just having the fucking worst time in the world with it, I always was there because I was like, fuck, I'm dead, I need human effigies.
Yeah, bingo, yeah.
And I would always come back there.
I always thought that if the...
Killer or Kindler?
Yeah, that always happens here.
What, fuck, I don't remember that.
The Killer Kindler is the invader that arrives in this area, and she is very powerful. Unearthly so.
She's a magic user, right?
Yeah, and I think what happened is you got invaded maybe because I don't know if people can invade you anymore, but no.
No, they can't. Once the boss is dead, you can't be invaded anymore.
Which is why that you have these NPC summons.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, and
that scared me even.
Peculiar Kindler it's a powerful it's the same issue thing I have with all Dark Souls 2 invaders. What is that?
Oh, that's my phone. Must be like a fucking child alert thing. Jesus Christ, she's gonna kill me.
Yeah.
Stop, please.
Too much health, too much damage, and a build that doesn't make sense.
I don't know. It's. That's terrifying.
Yeah, that's fucking terrifying. Well, alright, but anyway. Sorry, it's just like computers talking to me, phones talking to me at the same time.
Well, I heard it. I was like, is my computer about to explode? I wonder if the microphone picked that up.
I'd be curious.
It'd be peculiar.
Indeed. And also, just the name. One thing I do appreciate is that in Dark Souls 2, a name alone can just cause you to be like, oh shit, who the fuck is this person?
I don't even. Damn. You know what?
You were mid dodge frame. That's why I did so much damage to you.
It was like one thing that that's kind of interesting. I don't remember having to deal with her first time playing through this game. It was because I fast traveled back, but
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's just like how Aldia invades you in the Gulch or the Valley. Well, not the Valley.
What are you talking about? Aldia doesn't invade you.
Oh yeah, he does.
Aldia?
Oh, not Aldia. Wow. Wait, guy.
Are you talking about the guy where if you light all the fucking sconches in the Black Gulch, or not the Black Gulch, but the gutter?
No, the guy that's trapped behind an invisible gate.
Oh, that fucker. Yeah. He'll just come back at random parts in the game and fuck you up, which I like that kind of shit because it just adds a little bit to the game. Yeah. Also, you might want to like if somebody was really interested, they could like find out where he would pop up next. You know.
Yeah.
And he's so late game too.
Yeah, and like he's so late game that the fact that he pops up in areas that you wouldn't go to late game it blows my mind. It is a good aspect in this game. It is a good invasion, and part of the reason he's so memorable is because he actually has a lot of character development in this game, which is why I like him a lot more than these random NPC summons.
He had a really good quest line too. It's like, oh, I want you to kill these people, but then you have to find out ways to. The fact that you can acquire the items he wants by non-violent means is great, especially the whole Shanalot part. Yeah. He's like, kill Shanalot. I'm like, no one wants to fucking kill Shanalot.
I love that thing where he's just like, I want you to kill the Firekeeper. And I'm like, what the fuck, man?
What was it? It's, if you're hollow, he's human. If you're human, he's the bad guy?
No, when you're hollow, he's the bad guy. He will only talk to a mad phantom. He will only talk to a person who is hollow. Because this is the game where it explores the idea that retaining sanity while being hollow. And what he did is he changed his hollow form. He changed his hollow form into some other personality. And he's there. He's there because he was one of the people that was helping the Scholar of the First Sin find out, like how to retain your humanity while hollow. So they really question what is humanity, what is hollification. And what it is that what is the first great lie that wow. So is Aldia? Yeah, Aldia's key. Oh yeah, so Aldia's the Scholar of the First Sin, right? Mm-hmm. And he mentions a great lie,
which is the coin thing, right?
It's the statement that like hollification and what death is, and that the curse affects you, grants you immortality, and that hollows are men who have forgotten. Like have lost their sanity, and
hold on, I'm an idiot because I don't have my weapons. I have that fucking greatsword. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna lose 2 million souls, and wow, 2.5 million fucking souls gone right there.
Yep. Now
I actually just had a flashback of when that happened, and it literally tasted like spoiled milk and cold coffee. Like that's what that just tasted like.
They say the last taste that a lot of criminals that get electrocuted when they get
peanut butter,
cold peanut butter.
That would scare the shit out of me.
You taste it and you're like, it's about to happen. Holy shit! And I mean, it can actually be backed up because people that get zapped by lightning say they taste a peanut buttery taste in their mouth right before the bolt hits them.
Just start squirting jelly into your mouth.
Yeah, I mean, the funny one to think about is like just oh god, you just gotta. I want my last lit taste to be peanut butter and jelly before I die. And that you put gel in your mouth right before you drop the toast. This is a grim Grima.
And just imagine like some dude's in an electric chair with his mouth open, and like right as it like starts to zap him, he goes, "Go ahead," and it like starts squirting jelly into his mouth while he's getting zapped. He's like, and the jelly is like shooting out of his fucking mouth. He's like,
that sounds like the challenge video. That's going to be the next challenges. It's not going to be like Tide Pod challenge. It's going to be electric chair and jelly challenge. It's going to be get electrocuted with jelly challenge. That's a fucking awful thing. I hate games.
Do they still have they still kill people in prison? It's like what, lethal injection now?
Lethal injection. Some places, like I've learned this really weirdly. Like some places still have firing squad.
That's fucking badass.
I mean, if I were to die, I think I'd prefer firing squad to lethal injection. The only problem I would have is
if they didn't kill you with the shot.
Well, yeah, but no. Also, that when you die by firing squad, you can't have open casket funeral.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the coroners will do what they can.
This is me so pissed off. Fuck you.
All right, I already think of a good way to kill her right here. Oh,
yep, I know what, I'm gonna push her off.
Yeah, that's the best way to deal with these overpowered, high health bullshit characters.
That's how you beat hackers.
Yep.
Just fucking knock them off and all their health goes away.
I watched someone kill a hacker in this, in Dark Souls 2, in the most ingenious way possible, which is he freed the basilisk and all to his keep.
Oh, and it fucking, I think I saw that one, and it,
petrified
him, yeah.
Because for whatever reason, the person, when they turned on their hacked invincibility, didn't think to include status hack. I'm sure he was immune to poison, but I guess he never thought he would ever run into a situation where
he would get petrified.
Yeah.
I don't even know why.
Oh shit! I love how that thing just flew off like that.
All the fucking effects.
Yeah. But I mean, that's been in all Dark Souls games. God, the range on those spells is bullshit. Okay, that's one thing I can't stand in any game, even if it's Dark Souls 2 and if it's anything. It's inconsistency in your ability and versus your enemy's ability.
True.
Like my realization when we last did the video where
this bitch.
Yeah,
she's like, fucking stop, please.
Where Vistalt and
watch this one. She's like, no, and no, please stop, please, no, dear God. Where are you going, bitch? She's like, it's like a really fancy dance.
Please don't, please God. Oh God, yeah, she fucking dies. I love that. It's just like I love characters that they don't attack you, they just back the fuck up. Happened to me in Bloodborne too, where an enemy glitched and it wouldn't attack me, and I thought it was a part of the game, and it really like I kept coming back to that NPC. I would reload the area later and just come back and almost be like, this is so fucking weird. It's like my character's talking to this character. It was really different. But anyway, the one thing I loved is that how Vistalt and King Vendrick had like the same moveset as you do. They have attacks, they two-hand, they one-hand, and they do all that sort of stuff, and they're being limited by the same thing. They're being limited by stamina bars. So, and I love games that do that. I love games where they don't cheat, where the enemies use the same mechanics you do.
Did you really enjoy, what's the final boss in Dark Souls 3? Not DLC. The fucking, goddamn, what is it, what's
Lord of Embers.
Lord of Embers, yeah.
Lord of Cinders.
Lord of Cinder, yeah.
Yeah, love them.
I like how they switch him up, like they'll give him a bunch of different moves and weapons and shit, just like a player.
Yeah, and the way I always thought about it is your character is a hollow character, or rather not hollow character, but an immortal character would eventually master all things. Like if you think about it, like if it was a movie or a TV show, that character would be like, okay, how am I going to beat this? Which rings do I use out of my massive stash? Which armor pieces do I use from my bottomless box?
Yeah.
What spells do I bring to this to take on this enemy? The one thing I didn't like though about that final boss fight is Lord of Cinders gets a backflip. No backflip ring in Dark Souls 3.
Oh, get fucked.
Yeah. Yeah, but the idea is originally the backflip ring was present. They just took it out for some unknown reason.
I missed the fucking ring that lets you run in swamp or water.
Yes. Yeah, the rusted iron ring.
I miss that thing so fucking much. You know what I was thinking? I don't want to. There's the.
Yeah.
Oop. Oh my! So anyway,
it's amazing that you have a different animation for that kill move.
Yeah, no, they did so well for the animations in this game.
They really did. What were you saying though?
I was thinking like, I've been trying to do, and I know we're talking about Dark Souls 3 again, but like I was thinking, when you invade in the swamp, you never really get to invade in the poison swamp. People say that you can, but I've never, in all the time I've played Dark Souls 3, I've ever been summoned to invade in the poison swamp. You can move down there,
yeah.
but you will get summoned in the the fucking Crucifixion Woods.
It's funny. Last time I played, I got summoned in the Poison Swamp for like the first time, and I was like, "Holy shit, it's possible."
I don't know, man. I don't know. I wouldn't call you a liar, but that's really mean. I've just never seen it done. But on top of that, the reason I brought that up is I was like, you know what? Would be really cool, or at least give like invadees like just a little something. Have the invaders be able to like run in Purple Swamp. I thought that'd just be fucking cool. I don't know. The one thing I like about Dark Souls has always been the PvP aspect, because you gotta think about it, like this game is hard, you know?
Yeah.
Like imagine like someone playing this game, they're like, fuck, it's really fucking hard. You know, the monsters are, you know, they can one piece you, they'll overrun you, you know, and then you lose all your souls, you gotta go back and they respawn. It's a hard game. And then just think about it, they're like, you know what? And then someone's like, you know what, fucker? I'm going to come into your world and I'm going to kill you.
I'm going to steal your
with
shit.
the enemies on my side. You know, like that aspect just blew my mind, because it's just like, fuck.
You know, actually, I think that actually gets down into why you and I have so different like beliefs about Dark Souls. Because for me, it's never been about the PvP experience, and I think the reason is, oh yeah, I forgot you can summon someone here.
Yeah, you got to summon the Shades, which they don't have in Dark Souls 3.
Nope.
Anyway.
Well, I mean,
they don't have good fucking covenants either.
Now I think about it, Shades are probably why they have this, like the lower level of, what do you say, you have a storyline character that you can summon? That's a summon. A Shade is like, here's a character who's long dead, but their ghost, their summon stance still lives on.
He's a fucking boss, too. Look at him.
Yeah.
He did a fucking...
I love Schmidt.
Three-point around.
I love Lone Hunter Schmidt because he's a knight, but he uses a bow. And so just by that, you can just see all his character and his name and the way he acts.
He's fucking perfect for this area, too.
Yeah. I mean, so even in Dark Souls 2, they still have better NPCs than a lot of games because they have that, like, that aspect. You happen to know what I was talking about before I started going on?
You're saying why we have different feelings about Dark Souls?
So when I first played Dark Souls for the very first time, me and Ben refused to look up anything because we were just like that from the start.
Uh-huh.
And we didn't know what humanity did. We didn't know how to use it. We didn't have it, like, unhollow ourselves. We didn't know what hollowing was.
Didn't know how to kindle.
We didn't know how to kindle. We thought the fact that if you lost your if you died once, you would lose your humanity, and we didn't know what that meant, and we thought it was bullshit. And because we had never played a difficult ass game that really challenged you before, and because of that, we beat the entire game without humanity.
A lot of people did that.
Yeah, because they don't know any.
Or without kindling bonfires.
Yeah, like when you think about it, and when I think back on that, I'm really proud of myself because I was able to beat the whole game without a summon on any boss, without kindling a bonfire. I had 5 Estus flashes the entire game. Whole game.
Did you use the Firekeeper souls though?
I was like, what are these?
You probably popped them.
No, I didn't. I was afraid to. I was like, I don't know what these do. They seem important. There's a limited amount. What do I do with these? And I refused to look it up. And it was only on New Game Plus that I really started figuring everything out. Because I thought to myself on New Game Plus when I beat the game, I'm like, okay, so what do I do with what? Like, so okay, so I have the master key now. What do I do with this? And he's like, wait, I can just fight the final boss right now. And I walk over and I jump into the pit. And because it was New Game Plus. Actually, I don't actually remember if they give you Sif's ring, or if you keep Sif's ring, the Covenant of the Notorious.
That's a good... I think, oh shit, no, I think you have to go kill Sif again. Or they might... I don't know, that's actually a good fucking question. I wish I had my phone on me, I'd check that out.
Yeah.
Because you need to get Sif's ring so you can walk in the abyss, so you can fight the 4 kings.
I think they take it because I remember, because I was like, okay, I need to fight. Oh yeah, I killed enough people, so the fucking shade goes away.
He gets enough souls, he goes away.
Yeah, but I remember walking off and being like, just hitting the ground and dying, and I'm like, oh, so that's what happens when you walk off the cliff without the ring. I'm like, oh shit.
So you gotta go kill Sif.
So well, first what I realized, I was like, oh shit, that ring's important, because I by the natural progression of the game, I already had killed Sif long time before then.
I think the one thing where really, I always love about Dark Souls 3 is how like they're like how you can figure out about the other ending. Just by like thinking, okay, what if I do this? The only thing I would have thought is if you kill that one dude, I would have never.
Oh my god, you left this bonfire alive. Yeah. That's fucking amazing.
It's pretty smart.
Yeah, I was wondering why you didn't do that, and that just makes so much sense. It's where now you have to think about when you play this. See this.
That's why I fucking love Dark Souls 2's level design way the fuck more than Dark Souls 3.
Yeah, but see that when you say that, it always confuses people because people always think of the things that level design does wrong. they don't think about playing it backwards, because why would you? They don't think about like having to play a game where you're thinking to yourself, okay, I have a limited resource, and that resource is save points. And a few games do limited save points, but they use it like an item. They don't use it like a locational
Resident Evil 1 uses like ink.
Yeah, or
things.
typewriters or whatever you want to go with. Yeah, it's just like, you go, you have these save stations in Dark Souls 2, and what really sells me on Dark Souls 2 is entirely these rings. And it's
Ring of the Exalted, Ring of the what was the Ring of the Exalted, and Ring of the what was the other one?
Conqueror, I think.
Yeah, the one where you get it without dying.
Yeah.
No.
I would want to go back and play this game again.
Yeah, I would, but like I would have wanted to do it when I was at this point.
Yeah.
Because I would be at a level that would be
feasible for you to go through
because
the game.
now
you've gone through wide swathes of the game already and not died. I mean, you did die like 8 times in the Crypt, but it was unusual. It was like we were more relaxed because we learned that we could die and not have to worry about.
Accursed singing. They may be of no use outside.
What does she give you? I think she gives you a divine blessing.
No.
Take these.
No, I don't think
Or
so.
a pebble. No, divine
No,
blessing.
you're
Damn,
right.
I'm good.
Yeah, you're right. I thought she gave you the ring, but no.
When we sing,
The little one's dance.
the little ones
This always
bliss.
weirded me out. Oh, right. Oh my god, I completely forgot about a dropped thing I was talking about, which is what the lie is. Holy shit, how can I forget that? Okay, so here's the whole concept.
Uh-huh.
So humanity existed at the same time as the gods.
So, as an Age of Fire.
Before the Age of Fire. Think about before in the Age of Grey. You think about how this works. Okay, so you only have archeries, you only have dragons, and now there's fire, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then from the dark they came. So there's parts of the lies that they say are those parts of the lore that is obscured, that's hidden, of things that is never told. Is like, so wait, if there was only dragons and archeries, how could the lords come from the dark? And what is man born from the soul of Manus? And if, say, like humans are obviously fated to die, then why is Nido the Lord of the Dead? And what's revealed in this game is that you start realizing that first lore, that first opening piece, is really propaganda. I mean, you kind of figure that out in game 1 with just the Dark Wraith Covenant in the whole, but like, just that sort of that it's this realization. So you get rained on as it goes up. The rain loads in, and I feel like it should be still falling at the bottom of that hole.
I would have liked if they had like waterfalls coming down the sides.
Yeah, because even if the tunnel's slanted or if the rain's slanted, then it's not going to fall all the way to the bottom, but it would like have water drizzling down the sides.
Yeah, but that would probably be really hard to edit in.
I mean, I guess Shrine of Amana is water filled, but when you look up, there's sunlight, so it's kind of...
That makes no sense.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of the reason people get confused with the level design. When people say level design, this is good, is because...
Yeah, then the Dark Souls 3 kind of answers is like, oh yeah, it's just fucking...
The worlds are merging. Yeah, there's different, like, elements of it. But, so... Oh, God. You're gonna die these... Oh, my God!
I think I remember, like, oh, God. Like, that hit... My vitality, or whatever is health in this game, is... I think it's like 40.
Yeah, you're probably at the soft cap. So
yeah, I think I am at the soft.
See, what I would have done is run straight across that, and then they would have. Well, I didn't know that they stopped at that area, which makes sense.
Yeah, they can't go. They can't go any further.
Yeah, you're gonna cheese them out. Yeah, you're gonna cheese them out. It's fine though, because God, at this point, you're like, just let me live. If I die, I have to go all the way back.
One hit did 2/3 of my health. Like they have like a fucking big like that combo could just fucking ruin me.
It really fucking could.
And goodbye.
Boom.
Look at his body; just got so like crumpled. There's one thing I do like about Dark Souls 3 is that if you have like a ultra greatsword and you do a charged heavy, when you hit an enemy, like it launches their body and it's automatically ragdolled. So it is like they just get slumped.
Yeah.
Across the map.
I like that because it's just so fucking real. It's like, fuck you piece of shit. This is what happens.
When I was farming Grooves for the Wolf's Blood Swordgrass, like you can sneak up on like 3 of them. It's just fucking enjoyable because they're just sitting down and you just charge up the claymore and it's like bloop.
God, the fact that you can lift that stone body into the air, it actually makes sense because in real life pikemen could lift a person up into the air by bracing the pommel against the ground and just leveraging them up. Works really well.
That would suck.
Dude, and
I would be so pissed if someone did that to me. I'd be like, you motherfucker, put me down.
I mean, dying normally ain't great either. You gotta think about like the different mechanics of all the bits of having just pointy things shoved into your body where they don't belong. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, are you gonna do that? Yeah. You're gonna.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh my god, this is one of my favorite parts. Wait. Shh.
No, she doesn't do it yet. You gotta free her.
No, yeah, obviously. So I'm saying don't like spoil that. I mean, it's good. It's good. It's just this is just one of those little bits, little things in Dark Souls 3 that really.
2.
Thank you. Fucking Christ. See, this is the problem with talking. Yeah. But no, anyway. But
now you have to eat a bottle of sunscreen.
Now you have to roll off this elevator, which is entirely possible and something I've done once, and it pissed me the hell off. Oh, I love how they foreshadowed the Mirror Knight fight by filling the castle with
His shields.
mirrors.
I think it's what his shield looks like. Looks close to his shield anyway.
Yeah, it looks very similar actually. Good call. I don't think I figured that one out. This Ben was absolutely right. The fact that the key and that, but anyway, so
what did Ben say about that?
Oh, he said he connected it to Aerie, and I'm like, holy fucking shit. That's
oh fuck, I forgot about that. Weird.
Okay, and I love how you now know that this isn't a princess, it's one of the Milfinito. But I thought I saw her and I'm like, that's a princess. I get to save a princess in this game.
Ring of the Dead.
And you get the Ring of the Dead, which I really liked a lot.
What does it do again?
Makes you look human. It's a ring of it's mix, and then later, and Ben was also right when he connected the ring with the Covenant, or with not the Covenant, with Dark Souls 3. Those rings when people play Dark Souls 3, and you see those rings, just make that connection in your mind that the fucking Milfinito, the group of the dead, eventually become one of the 3 churches of the Sable churches. Just make that connection. One is Velka, one is Nito. And I don't remember what the third one is, but I think it's actually Arendelle.
I'm glad you're here because I'm so bad at understanding like the things that aren't directly told in this game. I'm fucking terrible at it. I'm the reason why Vadi Video is so fucking successful because I'm just like, what the fuck does any of this mean? And then he comes in like, at the beginning of time, there was butter, warm, delicious butter, and it was melted by the Age of Fire brought by Gwen as he thought the dragons over some buttered toast. And he just comes in with this really soft, milky voice.
I remember also during this part, I was like, I never ever thought what would happen if you talked to this NPC after you beat Vendrick. Like, I was really hoping that there would be unique dialogue for that. Like, her husband is you just killed her husband.
She's like, you killed my husband. Thank you.
Yeah, and it's just like, now our love can be true and in the open.
I'd love to fuck a giant woman. Oh, you motherfucker.
Oh, boy!
God damn it, Sam.
At this point, I think I'm doing this just for fun.
Yeah, you have to be.
I'm just like, what would it be like if I invaded Dylan at the longest run back in the game?
It's because the fucking bosses are still alive in this level.
Yeah.
I will admit one thing though. This fucking castle is boring as shit. I hate it. I've always hated this castle.
Flat textures of shit. And with just, I mean, this room looks cool. I like this room a lot, but
JoJo room.
Yeah, a lot of people make the comparison.
I think someone said that. That's like, yeah, that is a reference to.
Well, the Mannequin masks were originally like very anime-esque in the first place, so you know. I don't remember anything about how this goes.
I do, cause yeah, I do. Get the fuck out of Dodge.
Yeah. Oh, you're just trying to run past me, aren't you?
I was thinking like, what happens? Well, I don't know, like how far I could get before I have to fucking deal with you.
Right, like what parts of the, you asshole.
I had like so many of those. Fuck it.
I'm like, there you are, and you're like, I'm out of here. Fuck this shit. Okay.
And yeah, I ignore the bonfire.
Good. I told you specifically at that point to do that because if you don't, then every time you lose to Nishandra, every time you lose the final boss.
I'd have to come back to, I think, the Forest of Fallen Giants.
Yeah, it would be a pain in the ass.
Fuck you, Sam.
I hate ladder kills so fucking much. Doing damage when I go on I thought I was dead. I was dead. I was like, this is it. I'm gonna fall and take fall damage, but I think I had literally my bar went invisible.
I just heard you heal.
Yeah, but I really should have just changed my build to your build at this point because I saw how much miracle builds were doing, but I was just such a stubborn ass. All right, but Okay, you don't just take off running, which I'm really happy about because it's starting to come back to me.
No, I can see the fog door.
Oh God, yes,
Just bullshit.
yes. I remember I came at. Oh my God, yes, I knew it. You could power stance crossbows.
Avalons.
Yeah, you can.
What are they called?
Oh, don't go up there. Don't go up there. That NPC's there. Yeah.
I don't think you can. Can you hit him?
Yeah, you absolutely can cause that guy to die. You're now trapped between a rock and a hard place. There's nowhere for you to back up to.
I don't think I care if I hit him, honestly.
Oh my God. I'm surprised at how little damage I'm doing.
I'm actually surprised how even though it's a miracle build, I'm not using like Sunlight Spare. I'm using Blinding Bolt, Heal. What I think I'm using 4 of them. 4 or 3.
Did we talk about last time how I think you might have been like a ridiculously higher level than me?
Yeah, you were. Yeah, like because I'm like level 168 and you're like 120 or something.
Yeah, and I mean, like I went back and looked on my character, and I'm a lot higher now. But then I realized with all the gear I had, I was missing all my souls, and I'm like, oh, I must have after this run must have been like, yeah, just leveled up so I can just do higher level PvP.
Blinding Bolt.
No wonder I was doing so little damage to you. Your vitality's through the fucking roof.
It's like at the average. I mean, like this was supposed to be, you know, the last run
for you. I played for 3 weeks after you.
Why did you do that?
Because I wasn't done. I mean, it was like, you know,
This is so annoying. You're so fucking annoying.
I came prepared. I had what is that?
So fucking
long
much.
sword, which people say is the best weapon in Dark Souls 2 because it has so many it has good move options. Problem is they give its movesets some. Oh
no, you don't have the long sword. You're using the fucking rapier.
Oh, well, that's just because I'm an asshole. I haven't learned my lesson. That rapier does nothing to you. Those Avelins do some nice damage.
That's one thing I miss is how Estus Flask didn't heal you instantly.
Yeah.
Or they...
You're trying to break my equipment.
Yes, I am.
You did.
You have that stupid fucking shield.
Yeah. Oh my God. That's another thing you can't do is you can't really fucking...
There's no corrosive urns in Dark Souls 3, is there?
There is. They're useless. Ben did the testing. He literally sat in a room with full of corrosion. That one room that has like all the like corrosive shit in it.
Yeah. Are the ones with the beast in it?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Got one.
Yeah, but and it takes 15 minutes of you just standing in corrosion for any of your equipment to break.
I was still pissed off how I went back and played Dark Souls 3, and my first build was a bleed build. And I remember that build being like really ridiculously good, and I tried that again, and I was getting hits, but no one ever got bled, and I was like, it's like they fucking like they took bleed builds and like, yeah, how do we just make this not a fucking thing at all?
Well, at the time it was considered necessary because you were looking at a PvP community that was 9% bleed builds.
I guess, but still, like now it's not even remotely viable.
See, at that point when I hit you and it did so little damage that you just naturally healed it off, I was like, okay, something's
wrong.
Yeah, something's up. Where I hit you because that's a +10.
Ice rapier?
No, that wasn't the ice rapier. That was the long sword that does magic damage. Which I don't remember which one that is. Fuck.
So think how you like rolled away from that Dark Souls 3. That would have been a guaranteed hit. I always hated how it's like so predictable to get like the guaranteed 2 hits. Well, it's so fucking stupid.
Well, they do have the 2-hit combos in this game too. It's not like, yeah, okay. So we're just. Oh my God, this archer battle in the doorway. Ah, yes.
Fucking. Also, I don't know how the swinging looks, but I always love how like or the swinging looks for like the one-handed for the Dragon Slayer Chris Axe here. Like he does like an upswing. It's pretty like cool to look at.
Yeah. Okay, so this is where you get a reversal on me, and I'm wondering if you're gonna push me back all the way through that open doorway.
I think I'm gonna run over there and kill that fucking. Yep.
Yeah. I was
fucking cunt.
I was hoping the elephants would. I was trying to push you down
to get the elephants. Yeah. You should have. I don't know if you do it, but the some of those fucking stone soldiers can come alive.
Yeah. I mean, and at this point, I think I'm running low on. Yeah, see, there's the Throne Watcher sword. It might be. Because I remember the Throne Watcher weapons, both one does insane lightning damage. I got you turned onto that during our run, and then the other does insane magic damage. And it's like you put the buff on there after you've buffed it, after you've made it the elements. I don't know why I dodged in that. I should just block, because otherwise you just fuck my ass, and you're about to fuck my ass. at one point in the near future. Just okay.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh, sorry, I had a fart.
Ate it. My shield ate your miracle.
I'm trying to break that fucking shield.
Well, at least I'm learning. I'm not gonna let my equipment get broken. Oh my god, you're literally charging me down. How long has this fight been?
I don't know.
Yeah, go on. Kill your friend. Kill your friend. Yeah,
He can't be, because I literally did lightning attacks around him and it didn't hit him. And he didn't aggro.
I'll have to rewatch the video at some point.
You're stuck.
Oh no, I fucking trapped myself because I thought you went after. I don't know why I thought this. Oh god, am I dead? Am I about to die? Oh my god. Yes.
Fucking bitch, just die.
All my timing has not been for naught. Yeah, okay. I was literally about to say you should put on your shield now. I mean your bow. Yeah, wow. Oh, I'm doing it. I do remember. Come on, come here, friend. Come here. I just want you to well, yeah, ding dong, wake up everybody.
That's not that one, it's this one.
Okay. Yes. You're not having.
I'm like doing like so much like chip damage.
Eventually it'll kill me. Yeah.
Oh, fuck! There goes your stamina. Oh my god.
See, I should have retreated. Oh, see, no.
Run!
No.
Oh, damn.
That was good.
Caught in the jaw.
Right there. Yeah, I should have backed up way further or done something.
Should have ran to the elephants.
Yeah. But I mean, at that point, I was like, I wasn't thinking straight. I had like less than 5 health. He wasn't going to chip me to death.
Ting, ting, ting.
All right, now this is another fun. Oh, you're gonna fight the elephants anyway. You don't want to risk it.
I don't know if I don't want to risk it, but I think
they're easy to kill too.
I just enjoy these elephants because they're the only two of their kind.
Like, what do you mean?
There's no other perfect elephants in the game. There's the ones in the Doors of Pharaohs that are like rusted and old with broken antlers and shit. These are the only ones that that are perfect. And you get they drop a really rare armor set. I mean, the armor set's not that good, but it's I don't know.
There's a completionist mindset to it. Where
I thoroughly enjoy just fucking poisoning things in this game.
Yeah, it's because of how effective it is, and you can really circumnavigate a lot of challenges. You can really like think to yourself and be like, okay, so I'm having trouble with this. How do I get around it? I mean, we talked about that a little bit last time too, about like how you can just why I'm okay with like the idea of in games about cheesing, because Dark Souls really brings that out at me, where it's like, well, it's not cheesing. You're coming up with a clever workaround. It's cheesing when you're exploiting like, a boss can't go, a monster can't enter into a boss door. But when it's a big monster can't enter into a small frame, then I think it's different. Here's
another huge fucking problem I have with Dark Souls 3, and it goes with how they place their enemies and what type of enemies they have. They do this thing where they'll put two very fucking strong enemies right next to each other, and it's like, oh, now I have to fight these two enemies, right? And I think that's fucking retarded. It's not like a clever, like, ooh, this challenge. It's like, no, it's not. What's going to happen is we're going to get into this long-ass game of me backing up and rolling, waiting for their fucking combos to end at the same time where I can pull off 2 hits, and then it just repeats. You need to have enemies that, like, when you think about the Bloodborne, like, they have all those little townsfolk. They're all different, and they all mosh you, but they all do different things. You have to take that in consideration. Like, where's the shield guy at? Where's the hammer guy at? Where's the gun guy at? Where's the dog at?
All right. What specifically are you referring to?
In the DLC with the 2 Corvian bird guys, where you have to fight the 2 Lothric Knights and the Dreg Heap. Let me think a little bit harder about some more.
They do give you that situation, because notice in both those situations, I always forget this fucking path there, but in both of those situations, the thing you're given is that one has a spear, one has a sword. They have different weapon combinations. But
the effect is still the same.
Oh my god, I can't believe this invisible guy's falling. Okay, put a pin in that, because you don't go to the Shrine of Winter to use the bonfire? Because on my way back I was like, oh my god, this is such a long run. If only there was some kind of waypoint, and I see the DLC fountain, I'm like, holy fucking shit, I can use the DLC. Holy fucking shit.
I think I use it when I come through here again. I'm getting attacked from behind now.
Oh god. Oh boy. Shit, that guy followed you all the way.
If I die, I go all the way back to Shrine of Amana.
Oh my god.
Nope.
No. Well, you have Estus.
I hate these fucking guys too. Phantom boots are so hard to kill.
Yeah.
There you go. Use that spear.
Oh, they are.
1,700 health.
If you go in the DLC, they're not so hard.
No, I don't know what I was thinking at this point.
No,
Probably trying.
No, I mean like the DLC for the ring that makes you invisible and lock on.
Yeah, that's true.
Which I just thought was cool.
Yeah, I thought it was a really nice effect how you can come back to.
And you're out of repair powder, right?
No, I have like unlimited repair powder.
Oh, yeah, good call there.
Also, every time I go to somebody that has repair powder, I buy all their repair powder.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh my god, they do so much fucking damage. Oh!
I almost threw
that
up.
could have been it.
I almost threw up.
That could have been it. I'm down with that. All right, and now that we have this little bit of a break here, as you have to make this very easy run back. But at this point, I figured at this point when I got to this point in the ring run, I saw that I was like, oh, I'm in the clear. As long as I can clear out these guys, as long as I get past these insane damage from these.
Also, in the end, that settlement with the big guys with the pots and shit. Same situation there. I fucking really hate in the Ringed City with the fucking barons. I think that's fucking stupid. No, it's like, oh, well, you can just jump on top of them and kill them. That's clever, right? Like, yeah, it is, but
Dylan,
it's just so fucking monotonous and boring as hell.
Dylan, your bias is clouding. Think about the other enemies that show up there. You walk out there, and it's not just them. You're also, if you run past the Ring Knights. Oh yeah, you just go from here to Aldia's Keep.
Yeah, I forgot. I thought I'd go to because you gotta go to Aldia's Keep, and then you go to Forest of Fallen Giants, which is hilarious because that makes that the last level, even though it's supposed to be the first.
Yeah, but I feel like we are getting a little off topic of the game.
We're just talking. We'll save all the hate for Dark Souls 3 when we do the Let's Play of it. I just hate Dark Souls 3 so fucking much.
I understand that, and the reason is because when you started the game, you started it from a PvP standpoint,
and the PvP is just fucking garbage.
Yeah, when I started up when I play each Dark Souls game, the first thing I do is I go through the same way I did the first time. I play offline. I play through Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2.
Did you give me shit for playing Bloodborne offline the first time?
No. Mostly because you had it offline, and then I was like, why? And you're like, well, your PS3 isn't connecting.
It didn't work when I did it, and you're like, oh, it works now.
Well, I mean, it works now because now that you're playing Bloodborne.
I'm gonna step on your PlayStation 4.
I mean, it's pretty durable.
Who are you?
Oh god.
I fucking love you, Lucatile.
No,
I love you so much.
I never got this conversation.
How
Really?
goes your journey?
She's so fucking perfect.
The first time I saw this conversation.
I love her so
I
goddamn
pray for your
much.
safety.
The first time I saw this conversation was
Please take
this
these.
playthrough. Was
Really?
Ring Run, yeah.
She's so fucking perfect. She's so goddamn awesome.
My name is Lucatile. I beg of you, remember my name, for I may not myself.
The equivalent of her in Dark Souls 3 is Aerie,
Yeah.
which she only shows up she shows up for the Deacon fight. She shows up for the Pontiff fight, and then
She does show up for a lot of fights.
no, she only shows up for 2.
No, she shows up for 3. I just can't remember the third
The
one.
third one that she would show up for, but you actually get summoned to her world to fight Aldrich.
Oh.
Yeah, she doesn't help you with your shit. Once she kills Aldrich, she hollows. She gives the sword to fucking what's his name? And then she hollows outside of the cathedral.
Oh yeah.
Fuck you.
Not having any of Astiel.
I have nothing of anything for any of these phantoms.
Yeah.
Fuck off. Fuck off.
Yeah, I told you the way they deal with these guys, which for me was twin blades. You just use the twin blade maneuver, and they just fall to pieces.
I don't know. I didn't really care for the twin blade. I mean, I knew they're pretty good for PvE, but I don't know. I love this build I have.
I think twin blades. I think the rusted red twin blade was my favorite weapon in Dark Souls 2.
I remember watching
is.
top 10 weapons for PvE in Dark Souls 2, and the twin blades were one of them. Actually, the first one, or one of the top ones, was like a dagger, because of like two-handed strike was so fucking fast.
Yeah, and you could just stun lock. Oh, and okay, you bring this one out. I remember this because you never got the helmet off this guy before.
It's not on him.
It is.
It's not. I don't think it is. I think it's the one above him. Actually, I don't know. It might be.
It's this one. I never really understood the reason that they would have one of this guy's, because you could just walk around him. Why would you freeze this guy?
Yeah,
and when I unfroze him and he dropped the helmet,
That's why.
Oh,
what does he drop again?
It's you didn't put. I don't think you put it on or anything like that, but it's I don't remember the name of it, but you there's one that you get off of the basilisk, which is the one I never knew existed until I saw it on your fucking face.
Blah blah.
These guys are like, I mean, do you remember how hard these guys were when we first started playing Dark Souls 2?
They were a fucking nightmare, man.
They were like, goddamn. I was just like, here's more proof that this game is bad.
I remember watching a video of like them doing their grab attacks, and some dude was like clearly like not in their grab box, and he got like dragged over to it because the hitboxes are bullshit. But I think it was like from like before this game got patched.
There's still a few bullshit hitboxes.
I don't know. I think once the game was patched, I think like a big problem I have with Dark Souls series is I get way too. I enjoy the games like way too late, like way past their prime. You know.
No, I mean, well, yeah.
I remember I really enjoyed Dark Souls 3 when it first came out, and then 2 years, I play it now, and I'm just like, this fucking sucks ass.
Well, I mean, and that's also a big source of difference in our opinions is that, like, I played it, Dark Souls 3, when it came out, and I played the DLC as the DLC was being discovered, and I literally discovered, the DLC secret, which we're not going to mention here because that is a big spoiler, on my own, but through repeated testing. And I actually found it before Vadi did, but he
hear that, Vadi? Fuck you, bro.
He got the video out. Oh, well, I mean, we probably discovered it about the same time.
Dude, Sam knows more about lore than Vadi does, dude. Fuck Vadi.
Well, I mean, it's all, as Ben is so fond of saying, the lore is completely subjective.
You guys should have a who has a softery, buttery voice off, who can whisper really softly into the mic about Dark Souls lore.
My voice is about as soft as like
it's like fucking sandpaper on a cat's ass.
Yeah, I was about to say the kind of butter that you have to pull out the freaking refrigerator that you have to like stick in the microwave before you can even cut it. Ugh. And his voice is more like beautiful, sweet margarine.
That scared the shit out of me the first time. I was like, oh, I see you over there.
Oh, shit.
And then this fucking happens. Oh my god, yeah. He'll break the fucking, yep.
He breaks everything. Oh, fuck.
It's like, well, this is over.
Bye forever,
I'm done. I'm done with this one.
I already know what
this guy's like, I'm coming, bitch. My face.
Yeah, just archer them.
I think I got him in both his eyes.
Oh, God.
Nice.
He just runs at you like, I can't see. Well, I mean, technically his eyes are below the eyes, but you know what I mean. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sitting here. I'm just sitting here and thinking, yeah, just do what you're about to do, which is like, I see this, run all the way back.
Yeah, I know. It's funny. I was shitting on Dark Souls 3 for this same fucking reason. I don't know.
No. I like situations where it makes sense. He can't get in here. Why can't he get in here? He's too big. He's too tall, and if he tried to wedge himself, he'd get stuck.
I don't know, man. I just feel like if I was a playtester and like I was like talking to him, I was like, what the fuck were you guys like expecting to happen here? And they're like, whoa, we expect you to kill him. Like, yeah, but it's gonna happen the same fucking way every time. Well, these guys can't be stunned through heavy weapon attacks, and it's not smart to wail on them with small weapon attacks. You're not gonna do enough damage, and they're gonna fucking surround you. So the only way they really do it is what I'm doing right here. Well, just cheesing them out with arrows and shit.
Well, I mean, when you look at it, very few people try this method. In fact, you probably won't have unless I keyed you into it. Because the idea of it is, like, a lot of people choose to throw themselves at an issue without thinking to themselves, what's a good way to get around it? I can't tell you about what part of my, growing up made that more clear to me or something like that. I mean, I liked Odysseus a lot. I liked reading stories of, like, how a guy is presented with this problem and he doesn't just, like, step on them. He doesn't, like, kill them. I mean, when you look at a lot of media that's being published, a lot of, like, shows... like maybe Japanese anime, maybe, I don't know, there's just a big wide variety of stuff, focuses more on how...
Wait, hold on.
Oh, God.
It's not this one?
No.
The fact they do it fucking twice is just evil.
Yeah. Oh, Message of yours got rated. Congratulations.
Sweet.
I wonder which one it was. Oh, my God. No. Oh, and you do the great... Oh, my God.
No.
I always just ran right back and just sniped him out, but yeah, I mean...
No, there's no fucking reason.
No, yeah, you can just run past him. And behold, the worst boss fight in the game.
Okay, yeah. I think the Twin Dragon Riders is the worst fight.
No, I don't know. I like how they start off, one guy has an archery and one position, and the other guy...
Yeah, this one's pretty weak, but I like how it's in a cage. Makes you feel like it's like an arena fight.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like, the fact that he's like, oh yeah, this is a boss, right? And then there's 4 more of him after this. Just kind of takes away from how...
Oh, no.
I wish they would have given him a different, like, design or something, you know?
No, I mean, it was like, this is just a dragon. And I'm like, okay, and this is the same dragon that was at earlier in the game on that other level. And
yeah.
I mean, yeah, that is something that you really need to see. You need to have played the original Dark Souls 2 and then gotten Dark Souls 2 Solid, the first Sin Edition, to really understand, they were like, you fight this boss early. But then I was like, wait, I killed that boss really, really easily. You just run from one foot to the other, and he just does the steppy thing, and then you just
He'll breathe fire down upon you.
Yeah, and he doesn't even do that here.
I think what they should have done is maybe give him a different design.
But they
make them look different.
They really should have done is enable me to chop off their fucking tails and get their fucking weapon off of them.
I was really pissed off they didn't bring that back.
Well, I mean, when I think back on it, and I actually think on, like, why did they do that in the first place, the reason they did it is they were copying Monster Hunter. And when I realized that it wasn't like an original decision of theirs, I was like, oh, well, I can kind of see it. But at the point, I was already, like, biased. I was already born.
Fucking me up.
Yeah, he's really fucking you up.
Jesus fucking Christ, that would have killed me.
Normally I say,
for the love of God, help me.
boxes. But no, that's fine. I mean, just shoot him. He doesn't even look at you. He just does his little animations over and over, bounces back between the three of them, flies in the air, floats around. I mean, interesting mechanics compared to some previous fights, but altogether...
You know what would have been really cool? I don't know, I think it would have been really cool is if they brought 2 dragons.
You never fought two dragons at once?
Yeah, not in this game. Why wouldn't you have had the chance to fight 2 dragons?
Yeah, you're right. You wanted that. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I woke up the dragon that. Oh, I'll point it out later. It's fine. It'll show up.
It's what?
It's what you get if you don't pay your traffic tickets.
Fine. Get fucked.
That is pretty fun.
That's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah. Anyway, so I keep getting off topic. Like because you and Joanne just had that moment where I was like, "Well, man, what was the topic?"
You know what I could have done?
What
is looked up? It's like looked up there.
Yeah, just kind of looked and see what.
That shit's creepy.
I love that shit. You see the shadow, and you know that there's a fucking dude right there.
I think that's I'll put it as.
I mean, that's part of the reason they're never gonna find everything.
All right, I think that's a good place to stop actually, because we're about 1 hour in.
All right.
So we're about to go to one of my favorite places in Dark Souls ever. This actually is one of my I remember when I first came here, I was like, holy shit, bro.
We could end since there's no fog wall that you're walking through.
We'll just end it right here.
No, we'll end it like when you walk out and you just see all the dragons. Or actually, we can end it right there because right now our conversation is about where we would end the video.
I would end it as it's going up the elevator.
Yeah.
Because it's like it said, like this is like my favorite area ever.
Yeah.
It really is, honestly. That and Shrine of Amana.